welcome to the channel. My name is RaMTEID. Today I have some more Battlefield 1 alpha footage for you guys. For this video I just want to go over some of the basics for the planes and the tanks, give you guys some insight on which kind of planes and tanks there are, along with some of the small changes that they've implemented when compared to previous Battlefield games. As some of you may know by now, you have to spawn in as the driver to a vehicle in order to have the engineer class, and there's no other way to pick any other class when you spawn into that seat. So for the alpha, the only weapon we had access to when it came to the engineer class was a C96 carbine. Anyway, we'll get a little more into the engineer class later on in the video. Right now I want to go over the planes, and the first plane we're going to go over is the fighter plane. The fighter plane is a one-man plane, seems to be the most agile. It's more geared towards air-to-air combat and really taking out other planes or the behemoth when that comes in. Next up is the attack plane, which is interesting because it does have bombs to help support the ground troops, and at the same time it comes with 2 seats. Having another person with you in this plane really adds to the dynamic of what this plane is capable of, because now you can have a defense against planes that are behind you trying to take you out, or you can have another person helping you shoot down a plane that you're trying to attack. Next up is the bomber plane, which has 3 seats available in it. So besides the pilot seat, you get a gunner in the front, and like my buddy You Suck, you get a gunner right in the rear. This plane is the least mobile of the 3, which makes the 2 extra gunner seats really valuable, especially because with the bomber you're probably going to be putting yourself in a situation to where you are going to attract attention from the enemy planes. So having those 2 people with you can really add an extra layer of defense that can keep you in the air and keep you dropping bombs on the enemy vehicles. So something I wanted to point out for the planes was a ceiling limit in the maps themselves. So with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, when you hit the ceiling limit with the jets, your jet would just stall out. It was difficult to get out of, and it agitated a lot of people, including myself. So as you guys can see, when it comes to the ceiling limit for Battlefield 1, when you hit it with your plane, it kind of just pushes your plane back the other direction. It's not a hard push, you don't stall out. I think it's a really nice feature. I wish this would have been added in Battlefield 4, but at least we're going to have it in Battlefield 1, it seems like. Next up is the tanks. First we're going to go over the light tank here. The light tank is referred to as the light close support tank. Now this is because it's supposed to be up there with the infantry, really making a push. Each tank has features that it comes with. For instance, with the light tank here, you'll see off to the right that it emits gas and can drop medic crates for your teammates. So that's really helpful, and that's why this tank is supposed to be up there, really helping your teammates push up onto the objectives. Next up is the heavy tank, which has the driver's seat combined with 5 extra seats for 6 seats in total. Now when you're working together, this thing can do a lot of damage. Now, for whatever reason, it's still showing the information for the light tank, but I do have the information for the heavy tank for you anyways. What this one's extras are is that it's able to drop smoke and landmines. So right here, I'm dropping a smoke. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a smoke grenade or just resonate from the tank. The first one basically dropped like a grenade, and the second one continued to go on with the vehicle. Now here's the landmines that it drops. Now I don't know if you can drop more than one at a time, and I don't know if they're going to have this as any kind of equipment for any particular class, or if it's just going to be something that this one specific tank has access to, and that's it. Hopefully we'll know sooner than later. Lastly is the Landship. Now if I remember correctly, this has 3 seats. It has the driver and then 2 passengers. So right here you can see the driver only has access to a machine gun in the front. But this tank is basically like 2 in 1, because your passengers have access to tank shells and the secondary fire, which is the shotgun blast. So with good communication between the 3, you guys can really do massive amounts of damage to a particular vehicle and take them out quickly. And the extras for the Landship, as you can see here, is it drops both ammo and health for your teammates, which is vital. All these tanks are supposed to be for really pushing up with the team and helping them out as much as possible. Now I want to bring this clip back to show you guys the repairing, especially when it comes to being able to repair in the vehicles, because that's something new that they added into this game. Here you can see the visual marker. Once it gets full, it gives you some health. It's not a full repair, it's a partial repair. A few things that are important to note is that while you're repairing, whether it's in the tank or the plane, you cannot control the vehicle during that process. Also, if you take damage during the meter being filled, then it'll stop repairing and you lose all of that process. So you don't gain any of the repairs that you would have had otherwise. So that's just a basic overview of the vehicles that I want to go over with you guys, just to give you some insight. Now, something to remember is they may change some of these things later on, or they may add vehicles in that have different perks or extras to them. So that's something to be looking out for as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something. And feel free to leave a like or a comment. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have an awesome day. RaMTEID out.